Hey, everybody. Welcome to another episode of the Lost Coast podcast. Today, we got another special guest with us. Her name is Karina Huddleston, and she has a bookkeeping firm and she works with alternative and holistic providers. I mean, what a different piece when you think of bookkeepers and specializing to work with those kind of people. Karina, welcome to the show.
Thank you so much for having me. I'm so excited to talk with you today.
Yeah, no, it's great having you here. I'm interested and exciting to hear what you have to say and talk about what you're doing in the bookkeeping world here and how specialized you are. So tell us, how did you get started in this?
Yeah, absolutely. So, about 4.5 years ago, I was in a position where I got to leave a big corporate job up in Seattle, Washington. I knew I was moving, I knew I wanted to be remote, and I had always loved the accounting industry. And so, as I'm doing a ton of research, I found bookkeeping. And what I loved is I saw the opportunity to help small businesses. Um, I have had small businesses. I like to say that they were a learning opportunity, not a failed business, but they're not going today, so something happened. And just the opportunity to be flexible with my time, where I could travel, which is a huge thing for me. I want to travel all over the United States. I came across bookkeeping. I could have my own business again, and I love numbers. I'm one of those people like I could talk to numbers people all day long. I could talk to you even if you're not a numbers person all day long. And as I got started in bookkeeping, right, when we get started in business, it's like anybody that's willing to talk to me or ask about my services, that's kind of where we started. And I would say maybe in the last year and a half to maybe close to 2 years when we were making this decision was to specialize in practitioners kind of in an alternative space. So the best way to describe it is everything from a little more mainstream, like chiropractors, acupuncturists, all the way to a little on the Eastern side, maybe functional medicine or just those holistic practitioners. They're just not as supported from what I've seen. And that is like my second passion is alternative medicines and whole body really therapies is what I like to kind of refer to them as these days.
Well, I mean, when you started this, and was that that you went that direction like right away, like into the holistic and alternative world? I mean, or did you start like with some other ones and just realized you enjoyed it more in that zone?
Yeah, that's a great question. No, because I had no idea who I wanted to serve. I thought I was gonna help everybody that needed a bookkeeper. And we did that for about a year. And then it was like, well, no, not every industry needs or wants my help. And so we kind of started the path of chiropractors. And so that was actually our first client. We still have them today. We have a chiropractor out of Washington State. Absolutely love them. We're able to help them with their bookkeeping. And they just really appreciate that it's done, taken care of for them. They're ready to do taxes at the end of the year. And so it wasn't until, like I said, like a year and a half ago, where it was like, I really want to help holistic practitioners. Like that is like if I wasn't a bookkeeper, I would probably go back to school to be like a naturopathic physician or go that way somehow because that's just that truly is my second passion.
Well, neat. So when you're doing this for these, the alternative side here, are you still using the norm pieces in the bookkeeping world? You know, the QuickBooks or the and all that. Is that kind of still the standard there?
We do, absolutely. So we really start to educate our clients that, you know, the accounting software usually is not HIPAA compliant. So that really is two different things for them. We do use QuickBooks Online. We are pro advisors, as well as Xero is our other accounting software that we use currently. So yeah, we really trying to keep it very, user friendly if they want to run reports, but also we just are able to take over for them and get the bookkeeping done and run those reports as needed, whatever their level of our clients, what they want. Some people want to be hands-on, some people don't. So
are you taking care of billing and stuff too like that, or just basically keeping the numbers for them? I mean, how in depth do you go into their financial situation?
Yeah, 100%. So we can offer accounts receivable, accounts payable for some of our clients. Again, when it comes to that HIPAA, like especially with client, right? Like we're not part of that side for them. So we get very generic reports that then we use in the accounting, bookkeeping side. But usually they have a separate like medical biller or they have someone in-house that they use. And so that is a different system that they use. Yeah.
Okay, so then that has to go to them first, and then you get basically the information in more of a standard numbers, no history of the client or nothing like that then.
Correct. Yeah. We're getting to see the, the amounts deposited into their bank account and then we help, navigate from there. Yeah. No client, none of their patient information gets to us. Yeah.
Okay, so what's your favorite client? I mean, give me kind of an example of, one of your favorite clients is and how detailed, that you're working with them and kind of what you're doing for them.
Yeah, absolutely. So my new favorite client actually is those that are giving services. They are less on the product side of things. So quantum biofeedback is something that I'm new to learning. There's in some spaces there's foot zoning, which is a really unique modality. Just like I'm learning about all of these different, very specialized things that people are doing, the services that they're providing. And I get to learn about them because, again, I am so interested that I get to learn about what these companies or these individuals are doing in their practices. And then I get to help them because, right, they didn't go to school for the numbers. They didn't go to school for bookkeeping. They went to school to, provide a healing service. So that's really where we come together and work really nicely. Um, Clients that are willing to understand what I do and excited to see where they can go. Those are, I think, my favorite clients. But I don't have a even more niche, more specialized practice that I'm working with quite yet. Maybe one day.
Yeah. Okay. So do you work then do you have to meet with the CPA too yourself? You guys kind of meet, touch base together every now and then, or is this like here's the flash drive, boom, they get the information, or flash drive, or however you send the information nowadays. That might have been a little old school there, I guess. Yeah.
we won't say that's old school, right? That's a different way of doing it. No, we don't have to do that anymore, and which is great. And I love letting our clients know we are absolutely willing to come alongside them with their CPA office and go to the meetings with them if needed. Usually it's virtually because we do have clients all up and down the West Coast. And while I do love to travel, sometimes that's just not possible. Also, just being able to provide the reports that are needed to the, maybe they're going to see an enrolled agent or another tax professional. Just being able to keep those communication lines open so that we are here for them. We also do provide kind of like a package at the end of the year as well that we send to our clients, but then we can also send it to the tax professional, CPA enrolled agent, or the client can then forward it on as needed or upload into their tax portal. So that is provided with them, even if we don't actually talk to the tax preparer.
There you go. Okay. So, I mean, you're taking care of their books. What happens when you're taking care of the books and well, I'm sure you've seen plenty of businesses, what they're doing and how things work, and you see something out of the norm. Are you like reaching back out to them and say, hey, just kind of seeing these numbers, you guys might want to think about doing something else? Do you have strategies for them to help their basically, manage their money?
Yeah, absolutely. So that is part of our advisory services that we have. And when I talk just bookkeeping, that really is just categorizing those historical transactions that happen, hopefully, in an accounting software. Sometimes the clients, that's all they want, right? And sometimes they're like, no, help me out. And I love going to our clients and saying, look, you're making more money, but you're spending twice as much as you were. What's going on? And allowing them to kind of talk through it, explain it to us, to what's happening. And then we can talk about, like, does this, help you get to your financial goals for the future? Does this help you meet those goals that you have set for this year? And then sometimes just talking about it, they're like, oh, actually, no, I thought this was a good idea. And I didn't look at the numbers first before we, XYZ. Did we pay for another service that's in the, clinic, or buying a product, or any of those things? So we really try and help our clients to understand how what they're doing today can affect them both short term and long term. And we talk about those goals. Where do they want to be? Do they want to stay just kind of a mom and pop shop for the next 5, 10, 15 years and then do something different? Or are they looking to grow their business and potentially sell in, a number of years or at some point? So I try and work with our clients and really understand where they want to go, how they want to do it, and then help with those advisory services in the meantime.
Yes, the part where you said getting ready to sell, I have found that one to be a major struggle for business owners. They want to sell, and if they start some stuff soon enough, like if you can know 5 years ahead of time, even 10 years, even better, but at least 5 years ahead of time, there's some changes you can make in the books that will make the business more valuable at the time of sale. And we're talking like lots of money with simple little tweaks that they can put into place, knowing that they're getting out of the business. So I'm glad you guys are
100%.
working with that, because if they weren't doing that, people, they just seem to lose out on it. They put their life's work into a business and now they got to get rid of it. They need to get the max out of it, because that's usually all they have for retirement after that.
Yeah, and what's really interesting is when I got into this and I started my firm, I didn't ever think about selling. I was going to do this. I'm going to do this forever. And then it was brought up during one of our trainings, and it was like, oh, I could actually sell this at some point, and all of our work can live on and do good things. And I could have a chunk of money and maybe retire and do other things. Like, until someone brought that to me into my awareness, I had no thoughts of it whatsoever, that it was even a possibility. And so you're right, I do things a little differently now, so that when that day comes, because that's the trajectory that I'm on as well, when that day comes, I'm ready. My company is going to be very valuable because of the things that I put in place today. And then I'll be able to sell and go retire and enjoy the retirement life.
And do more of that traveling that you like to do.
Yes, absolutely.
Well, that's great. So, okay. So if a client comes to you, kind of give us how this starts the process. They reach out to you and say, hey, Karina, I'd like to work with you. What's the first steps and next steps? Give us kind of a basic run through of what it's going to look like for them.
Yeah, absolutely. Unfortunately, the dark side of it is people finally reach out when they are stressed out, in a bad position, or taxes are due. And there are other people that reach out before those happen, but a lot of people that I talk to, it's in that final crunch. They've put it off, they have procrastinated, and they just have waited till the last minute, and they're like, okay, I can't wait any longer. I finally have to do something about it. So I am all over social media and all of the places, our website, people can reach out. Usually it's from me meeting someone, just like this, face to face, whether, at a networking event or over maybe a Zoom meeting or networking, and realizing that I'm here to connect with more people, and I really want to help, and I will give you all the free information that you ask me for, which is, I think, not something that other accounting industry folks do. I think of it as, I'll get paid when I do the work, but if I can share information, if I could give you 5 tips for increasing your profit, I want to do that for you. I want to give you that information. And so once they reach out, we kind of just, hey, do we want to have a discussion about what's going on in your business and what you're looking for, right? Am I a good fit for them? Are they a good fit for me? I use a little bit different language when I'm talking with people, and I kind of have done it even right now. Like I talk about energy, I talk about like how I feel a lot. Is this a good connection? And some people, they don't like that. They don't resonate with that, and that's okay. So they're not going to like me when I ask them how their, family is doing every call, and how are they feeling, and what is their energy level today, and like. I'm a little bit on the woo-woo side, if you can't tell. Not everybody's going to resonate with that, and that's okay. I have other bookkeepers that I would love to refer them to. I believe also that there's enough clients for everybody in every industry. So when someone says, I'm not a good fit for them, that's okay. Great. Please go find someone that you do connect with, because then you're going to grow together. And so once we talk and we decide, hey, this is a good fit, we do enjoy, it's good communication. They understand kind of the systems that we use. We try and keep our clients' information safe. So we have a secure portal that we use. We have certain ways that we communicate with our clients, and we tell them, like, hey, if you ever get a random weird email from us, not from one of these two emails, give me a call, because it's probably not from us and it's probably a scam. So we really try and educate everyone, especially our clients, about security of their personal information, especially because we're talking money, and we get their bank account statements, and that has personal information on it. So once we decide that it's a good fit, we start onboarding. That does take a couple weeks with us.
Yeah.
And we also, it gives us time to learn their business and how they do things, because each business is a unique individual running a unique business with unique goals. And so we like to learn kind of their style and their spending habits before we kind of come back with, hey, let's change some things, or what do you think about this, or why are you spending money on that?
Yeah, no, exactly. That's great, but it is a 2-week process basically then to onboard. And I'm sure, you make that as painless as possible. Do you find that to be kind of a struggle? I know anytime I'm asking for information from a client, it seems to be less important to them than me. And it takes some time. So is there kind of like a cheat sheet you send out so really helps them ahead of time so they know they can get some things together early for you?
Yeah, we definitely talk about that on our, discovery call. And then once they say, yes, we want to sign up, all of that information again is reiterated in our proposal and engagement letter. And then because of our portal that we use, it actually has kind of things that they check off. So one of the first things is, giving us access to your accounting software, and they get to check that off. And so they can come in and out of that portal as they see, they have time that's allowed. Also, I remind them that we can't do our job and what they're going to pay us for until we have all of that documentation, the access, and all of the things from them. So I think that really helps when they understand. Again, it comes back to that clear communication of, we can't start until you give us all of these things. So please give it to us, because you're going to pay us either way. So you might as well pay us to do some work, because we do work on a membership subscription type basis where they pay each month ongoing, usually. Yeah.
Okay. So they're listening here. Some people saying, I like kind of what she has to say. What's the best way? I know you mentioned some social media platforms, but what's the best way for them to get a hold of you? I mean, what is the social media platform, or what is the way that you would like them to contact you?
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you for that. So the name of my company is Madison Financial Group, LLC. It is named after my late daughter, Madison. So every time that I get to say the company name, I get to just smile and think of her. We are, if you go to madisonfinancialgroup.com, we are there. You can reach out. Facebook, Instagram. We're also on LinkedIn, all those places, Madison Financial Group, LLC. And yeah, you can reach us there.
Yeah. Okay. That's great. So they reach out to you now, they're going to reach out to you. What's kind of we talked about the process, the 2 weeks onboarding or whatever. What's something, that they can expect from you if they mention the podcast?
Ooh, absolutely. I love that. Um, hmm.
Well, I bet you'd give them a couple free consultations or something, huh? I'm sure.
We definitely, yes, yes. Oh, actually, here we go. Okay, this is a good one. So for the month of August, for those that are doing their own bookkeeping, maybe they're just trying to sludge through, their income level isn't quite there yet to hire someone. Uh, when does this come out?
Come out today.
Okay, so for the month of August, we are going to offer free membership. So we have it's a done with you DWY membership. And basically we meet every Tuesday at 9 a.m. Pacific, and people come with their questions. We hold space for just for you to do your bookkeeping. And what I'm finding, and the clients and the members that we already have in the membership, they come and we just take 20 minutes. It's like, okay, I just need to scan receipts because I haven't done that in 7 months. We just take that 20 minutes. They go and they scan the receipts. We come back. We're like, okay, how's that going? And I'm just really holding space for people to concentrate on that, kind of like that body doubling. I don't know that I actually have ADHD. I haven't been diagnosed, but I have a lot of tendencies. And so when I'm in a group like this and it's like, okay, go do this thing, work on your bookkeeping, right? Scan your receipts. Get your bank statements out and make sure that all those transactions have come into your accounting software. Let's do that all together right now. It's really helping, and people just feel very empowered so that you can go out and make more sales, because that's not lingering over your head that, oh my gosh, I still have to go scan that container full of the last 7 months of receipts and I keep putting it off. Like, no, we're holding space once a week for you to do that. Plus, I'm there if you have any questions. Like, sometimes we just get into a snag. It's like, I'm not quite sure how to categorize this transaction. Or, hey, something happened in my accounting software. I don't know what to do. Or not everything's adding up. How do I make sure that we can reconcile back to the bank statement? So that's what the membership is for. It's currently at $47 if someone wanted to join. But for the month of August, I will offer it for free to anybody that's hearing this now. And then we are going to actually close it at the end of the month. So the members that join here in August will continue with us. I can't continue to market and do all the things through tax season. We actually get pretty busy taking on new clients. So the membership is open right now until the 31st of August. For your listeners, it will be a free month for them if they want to just come check it out. Even if they don't want to join, just come check it out. And then we will continue meeting most weeks on Tuesday mornings, and then the membership will then back open next, probably April or May after tax season.
Wow. Okay. Well, that's great. I mean, I don't know what to tell you, listeners, but anybody is paying attention here. Oh, and this is the year 2024, just so we can clarify. So,
Oh, yes, yes. Just in case someone's listening next year, they're like, wait, what?
yeah.
Who knows? Maybe it'll be free next August as well. I don't know. Maybe it will.
We'll make that call when we get there. Yeah.
Yes, we will.
Yeah. No, that's great. I can't see why anybody wouldn't reach out or at least come check that out. That's a great thing. So I really appreciate you coming here today and give us a little talk about your business and how it all works. Give us an example though, before we close this out, as what's one of your favorite clients that you've had that you've made a big difference in, and that they're excited about it. And just one of the ones you've been excited about, how you've helped them from getting through their situation.
Absolutely. So I have an esthetician that is in Washington State. She came to me through, so in some of these accounting platforms, you can like look and reach out to pro advisors, right? If you go on QuickBooks Online, you can find me, you can see my reviews there. She had reached out, I would say about 3 years ago now, and we didn't know each other. We really connected. I've been doing her bookkeeping ever since. She's a smaller business, so she's right on that line of she might be able to do it herself, but numbers are not her forte, right? Esthetician, skincare, out marketing for herself. That's what she wanted to spend her time. So she hired us. About 4 months ago, I just love her. And we've actually become very good, I would say even friends at this point, because we don't just talk about business. We don't talk about bookkeeping. I ask my clients, like I said earlier, how are you? What's new? How are the kids? How is your dog? Right? Like I try and just let them know that I really do care about them. And then we talk about business and the numbers. And she came to me about 6 months ago and said, I think I need to sell my business. And there was a lot of other life stuff going on. And so we talked about it and we ran the numbers and we kind of did everything that we needed to do. She went and presented everything and to talk with the people that were going to buy the business. And she ended up not selling. And when I talked to her just recently, it just didn't make sense to her to sell. And I was like, okay, well, why? And the impression that I got was she knows her business inside and out now. She knows the numbers, she knows what's coming in, she knows what's going out. And she felt that it just wasn't the right buyers, the right time. She knew where her business stood and she could make that really educated guess or that educated decision not to sell. And I'm so excited for her because now she is renewed in her desire to market her business even more and grow even more and make some new steps. I have a piece of paper right here in front of me that talks about some of her goals that she wants to have. Like she wants to have 6 months of income and to cover expenses for 6 months. Like that doesn't happen for everyone, and she's ready to take that leap and really make that a priority for her. So I'm really excited.
Nice. No, that's a great story. And I'm happy for her too. I mean, to have, your heart, soul in a business and thinking you have to sell it, but it's
Yeah.
not that you don't have to, and you get to keep it again, and you kind of feel that revigorating feeling now
Mhm.
back into it all. So good for her, good for you. Congratulations on that. So yeah, unless there's anything else today that you'd like the listeners to know for sure, we'll bring this to a close.
Yeah, absolutely. I'd love for them to join the membership time. Reach out. I'll give you it's a Zoom link. And love doing strategy calls. Love learning about new businesses or existing businesses that are ready to grow and take on bookkeeping or not do it themselves anymore. And thank you so much for giving me time to chat with you today and talk about my company.
Yeah, it's not a problem. I appreciate you coming on, and we got some great information from you. So the listeners, they just need to reach out to you. Should get you the Zoom link so you guys can jump on board and start learning and start asking some questions. Karina herself will be there. So with that being said, this is the Lost Codes podcast, and we are signing off. And we would thank you all for coming, and we will see you next time. Thank you so much, and bye.